right, we get it. You're sponsored. People made you. Defeat our foes. I haven't got this fucking first planet yet. Jesus. Hello.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it? You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is... And you tell Reed Thompson that I will... You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new... Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. The human body is rich with nutrients.
That's fucked up.
If I were in a better mood, I might... My son worked in that cannery. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings.
Enough talk. First, let me go talk to this fuck. Well, hold on.
Come on.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's... Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you?
Are things safe out here?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you.
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. Well, what I meant was you're reasonably well... Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you... Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair. I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering?
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the camp.
I know the old community center kept a copy. Should find another one back in town. If you... No kidding! Really? Well... The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went I appreciate... In fact, I put aside something special. Sure! I'd be glad to take them off. I've been thinking about going back. I get sick thinking about... You know something? I think you're right. The town could use... I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little... It's just... Adelaine's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater and... I'm as good as dead to her. You know where to find me.
don't know what you did to talk some sense. The matter's been weighing on me. Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out. I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to... Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for a... Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of... We're the closest thing Adelaide's... Sure.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of... You are disparaging our parent company, and it is not a We are a Spacer's Choice Saltu... I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got... You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil? If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little... I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy. A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has othered. No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find... I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week. I do. Adelaide's found a cure for the plague. And she...
What do you think, Barney? Beep. Adelaide, oh Adelaide.
Look at that. The snake's come back. I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater.
I thought,
Marauders can't see us in the... Didn't think she'd go back so long as Reed was... If Adelaide's go...
I'm glad Adelaide's coming back to town. What's... Couple months. We all left the cannery for one reason or... I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even...
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a...
You could stay, you know. Here.
You know, we're literally leaving here, you dumbass. What? Fuck that shit. That sucks. I've been fucking up. Oh, I see. Oh. This one. Go fuck up some people. Alright. Doc Mabel. I don't sneak. Oops.
Nice one! I'm ready for this! That's the last of them!
Where's my buddy Sam?
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Unauthorized access of space. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction. I detect an elevated heart rate, indicating jettison procedures initiated. Please engage in air. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I am incapable of accepting orders from any. I understand. I will require some time to process. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a high-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the. Thank you. I have best of luck in your search. The navigation console is offline at this time, Captain.
Oh, wow. If I'd been able to get out here, I so would have stripped this for parts.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown. These surveillance devices allow me to monitor you constantly. Please ignore them. These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me.
Thanks, Ada. Wasn't quite what I was looking for, but. Fuck that shit, man. Dissident Hunter. Level it up, Spacer's Choice.
You the new worker? Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out.
Get back to work, Foreman Granger.
Nice.
Damn it. Damn it. God damn, I barely even jumped and just cracked my damn leg in half. Oh, get out of here. Wait, is he still at? What? Why is he still there? Why are y'all still here? Fucking leave.
No kid. Look at that. Building a computer. 2 whole data. Well, don't. Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, that's a complete set. Aside from you,
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contract.
What'd you give me?
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just... Oh,
We've literally just walked in it earlier.
listen to me babbling. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but... Oh, it's kind of you to say that. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But... And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back... Yes! Captain.
Yeah, please fix my ship. I don't know how to fix it.
Captain, what can I do for you? Do you know how... Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for our engine room is...
Thanks, Ada. Should I go install the power regulator? Oh, look. Very simple. own ship.
What can I do for you? All systems are operating. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test.
Hold on, I need to take care of some shit. Sawed-off shotgun. What the? Let's see. I already have a mod on this, don't I?
No problem. I'll head over.
Oops.
You're fast. Nice work!
My headset died. It just charged shit. Oh my gosh.
Wish we had some better rations.
I've never had.
Something to report? We pay by the finger. What do you... Gil... Real name. I'll... Well, you've done such a bang-up job hunting down our former workers that I thought it only proper to deputize you. Congratulate. Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice ever since the company first settled the Vale. Life's good. Not everyone's cut out to work in Edgewater. Some turn deserter, some turn... Everybody likes Adrenatime. It is the finest medical drug ever developed. Sure, a little too much Adrenatime can bring up. Says so right on the warning label. Violent psychosis is a well-documented.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's a good day if you make it back to
Just
town
between
in
you
one
and me,
piece.
I'm glad you helped Helen back there.
Hey, thanks for helping me back in that cave. You got a real knack for curative work.
Wish we had some better rations.
Don't let the boss catch us.
I'm not allowed.
Miss Holcomb ain't allowed in this establishment. See that you do. I got a business to run. Edge,
I won't touch anything while we're in here.
music to...
Ah, so much junk.
You're not a big drinker, are you?
Town's been humming with power. Go ahead. Suppose I did. That right? Ah, I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story up.
Okay. Trying to tell you, bitch. You'll hear about me on the news.
It's a fine new day in Edgewater. The cat. I suppose this means the two. I am somewhat taken aback by that. Wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifice. What the fuck is this? Is this French? I can't fucking read French. It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French. Ha! Overreacting? Do you have any idea how many... I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universal equation that underlies the plan. I had hoped this book held... I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find that... Please. As if my life should have no greater meaning than Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature of reality. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to find a translator. You have a ship. Perhaps I could... Free spiritual counseling, someone to...
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick, or any blunt in... Oh, I'm...
Alright, so... Get that out so I can do that. Let's do that and then persuade it. fly. Let's ride. Hello, Ada.
Welcome back, Captain. Oh.
Let's get out. Ship's needing some repairs still.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, yes, that's probably permanent. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistake. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help us, find the chemical. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you... Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lulled. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. The board's been confiscating nav keys. Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so... Excellent, I'll send her... By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. Excellent. And remember, the board's only interested in...
Transmission ended. Make yourself at home, Captain. We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Yeah, land.
Welcome back. The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to... If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we... Certainly, Cap. What would you like to hear? Now playing a Spacer's Choice of...
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or... A neutron walks into a bar and asks, "How much for a Rizzo's Roman something?" Leering, the bartender replies, "For you, no charge."
Got him.
As you wish. We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
I don't want to be in orbit. I want to land. I want to land. Yeah. I'm gonna grab my new companion. I know I could just take him. It's been a while. Hello. Ba-da-da-ba. Shit, bud.
I heard. I'm glad you stopped by. You're my best chance at getting that. Certainly. I already gave you. I'm pretty handy. Fantastic. It is my.
Time changes all things. Start anew. Edgewater will become the town it was meant to be. A place where we live in harmony with the world. Where none of us writhe under the whips of corporate masters. A place where all are well. The garden will bloom anew. I have plans to transform the old cannery into a nursery, with crops enough to... But of course. And now we have a whole cemetery to ourselves. Saltuna was making the town sick. From now on, if anybody's hungry, they may feast from the bounty of the soil.
Dehydrated water tablets. What?
Yeah, so this is my... I was looking for a place that was quiet. Cozy-like, ain't it? That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LH... The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines.
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am...
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it!
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing. I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But you can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near... I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like you want it. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides... When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to some... There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up... Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little... I noticed straight away that he was moving slower. About a year. I tried to do more of the work, so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. Oh gosh. Look at the time. What?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean that. Oops. Okay, but I do need to know how to get my SAM working.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I?
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Aha! I see. Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. So, welcome. Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the boar. What? it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my... No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible... Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed... Oh, very well. I can be a little cantankerous. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found... I picked you out of the hope for your talents, after all. It's... That's odd. I'm at least 65% certain my tone was sufficiently sincere. Perhaps the glass is distorting my voice. Must look into that. Of course. Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%. Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Yeah, I'm tired.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Oh my gosh, again?
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. If I had to fix a station this big, I'd be spending all my time trying to fix... I was thinking that maybe I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. Thanks, Captain. Did you want...
Nope.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
That's not the point. This half would just knock out one of...
Hey, no offense, but I don't think this walking Saltuna can's gonna...
Keep talking, Millstone. See what happens. Now's not a good time.
So, go space yourself. Problem solved.
You must really want a truncheon through your teeth. Do what you want.
Whatever you heard, it's all true. I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But he's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of... Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a well, former dock worker. Enjoy my freedom. Hey, not for nothing. Captain of the Unreliable. You're like, hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. Felix Millstone. Pleased to meet. See you around,
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall. Access to that information is above my... I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interference. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have... You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear it. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get a handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. Mutt, is there anything else? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. Make sure you bring an empty... You noticed, huh? What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not all their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but you sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that. It's a delicate balance, right? We could camp. They got assault. We push them too hard. Maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little people.
The board wouldn't do...
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that.
Jeez.
Sure thing. Be seeing you.
Signal the other day, it was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now...
You know, it takes...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Your regularly scheduled advertisement. That sounds wonderful.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, Tripical Flakes, and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good... Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. Now, I only have the one nav key, and they're hard to come by these days. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as... Do you know Edna, over in engineering?
Nope.
Sweet as a pea, that one. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the... Don't forget to come find old... Want a charming copper ca...
Whoa.
This is Halcyon News.
Are you listening to me, Emperor? You can't keep me out of there.
I'm sorry. Am I... See, Emperor? We could have... Let me get one thing straight. Just... As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's a... Be my guest. If you know some...
You trying to get us all in trouble? What do you think you're... Do what you want, I guess.
That was an accident. How do I use this? I didn't know how to use that equipment.
sights out, friend.
You ever wonder if maybe folks keep doors closed for a reason?
Nope.
To the last Ratdodon Grunt and Tom, you hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and... Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Alright, okay. We can just... Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny you, ain't with the board. See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was... Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me... What? No, You'd let a poor, ill woman get disappeared by the board? Awful. All right, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the Blood Tear Diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the Med Bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Thanks for helping me with the board. Or I guess I should...
Can't say I've seen you before. If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. Did he now? A mouth on that man. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten... I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanic. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla. An asteroid. You...
Yeah. If he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, he's dead. He's dead.
C&D Borston Baked Beans. When you need to eat and run, Borston Baked Beans is the only one.
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 3.7? You think they'd let me peek at the power?
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. Ain't that always the way? So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times... Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Being all awkward.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual...
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh!
Not a problem, Captain. Ask away. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but all the fixes are temporary. This wound is bad. Only the board has access to new... They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, the board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online... Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forgot. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned, and a haven. Good. What?
This is
Fucking
Halcyon
easy,
Zoo.
mate. The back bays.
Who there? Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Time to feed the flame.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like?
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got... Woo! Look at the courage on this one. Lay it on me, boss. Give me a taste of that fiery primal spirit.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and...
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that. Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs. Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt. That's bureaucracy. Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. Stay here. You can come and go in my little kingdom.
Smells kind of like old Bessie's outflow pipes.
McRed wants it up and running. I'm trying to think of a good name before I wake it up.
Don't give it a name. What are you thinking? He hasn't got a heart? Not like us.
How do I go up?
It's my birthday.
Oh, yeah?
Lay's gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these. Got it. Inside voices.
Yeah, I am. Han Solo, right? Shouldn't matter. Outlaws are outlaws, just don't bother me.
This is Halsey.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me in. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of it. There's a terminal in the back. More than a few. Less than a hive. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs and...
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that.
What you're promising her, but I'm about to fuck some shit up. Just pulling the trigger blind.
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiator. You don't need to know this. Think about dying in a second.
Fucking shot. Great, now I'm on fire. Getting burned too many times has made you susceptible. Yeah, fuck it.
Dirty mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too big enough to take. That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side. Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps. And if you don't know what that means, just look for the that says cycle droplet pumps. Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
Find a way out of there, just come back the way I fucking came. Look, I found a way out, Clark.
This is Halcyon News.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate up. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu.
Nice work. You really saved our buns. You aiming to send a message? Well, yeah. The comm center... Of course, we're about to go dead. Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which...
That'll put the whole system in a...
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some... Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnosis, but allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by... I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's...
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's... It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just...
Okay.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on...
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex... Has something happened to my favorite... Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what... up? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet... He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a... Ah, that's just like him. Such a... Tell me. Oh, awful business, that. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. That's... well, that's just terrible. Oh, I'm sorry. Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but... I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you I quite concur. It's refreshing. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Wish I could.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent... If you're looking for... If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, but we can say I'm repaying the... You won't be...
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie.
Great. It's... I found a handsome...
Fucking rake. Alright, this quest. Fuck this one for now.
Rizzo's Ground Bar. A CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and pea-free nuts.
Get back to my ship.
Heard from the lasses down on 22 that you see we had a conveyor pull in? One of them interstellar jobs.
Hard to miss something that big.
Yeah?
Hey there! Got word on the wireless. Hope you enjoyed your time on ground. We don't need luck. Bye now!
Careful where you smoke. The crew bills us for air filtration.
Okay, I know that kid Felix can be. Oh, there he is.
Hey, you got a second?
Yeah.
Fancy running into you again. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking Yes, I absolutely am. Just... Wow. Thanks, boss. I'll just gather my personals and meet you on board.
Wow, this...
Jesus Christ. Got like 10 companions in like 5 seconds. Oh shit, load up.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
That's
Welcome back, Captain. How can I... Yes, Captain. Beginning...
There's viscera and death. Everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake. What? No! No, no, no!
Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded... I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. Traveling the system with you. Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by... If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes.
That's funny.
I request...
Yeah, Roseway.
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Robot.
Can we talk? This Roseway business smell. Something tells me things didn't end well for the guy who made the distress. What's there to know, Captain? Shady corporate town caught up in shady corporate If you say so, I'm keeping a finger. Anyway, we might as well take a look out there. See.
Hey, Captain. So, Junlei and I have been talking some. She sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems... Oh, law. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and... I don't want to get too hopeful, but... I'm wondering if maybe she's the... I don't know where it's leading yet, or if I'm not much interested in physical stuff. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be... Thanks, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up the... Let's see here. Talking about old friends. They were close, Captain. Like... I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past. Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head to the Groundbreaker? Come on, Captains. I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome.
Okay, do it. Good shit. I gotta talk to like 5 more crew members.
Didn't I tell you? I'm secretly the chairman's orphan child, abandoned at birth in the back bay. That's right. Can't get anything past you, boss. Honestly, before you picked me up, I was living in the back bays. Spent my whole life up there. I was what folks on the Groundbreaker call a stowaway. Means stowaways ain't free. We were just as trapped as anybody else. We didn't belong. Imagine spending your whole life looking out at the stars and knowing hauling boxes was about the only... Could be I was overreacting. A better man might have turned the other cheek. Exercise. But on the other hand, broadsiding the jackass with... Oh, I can do civilized. Proper. I caught a real lucky break. If you hadn't picked me... Oh, yeah. I had a prison cell back on the Groundbreaker. Thanks for listening.
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of the Fibonacci spiral.
Oh, what are you talking
I'm
about?
sure you know what that's like.
Yes.
Something... Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was... On the contrary. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power. The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the answers to these questions don't really matter. The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Some choices make the path smoother. It's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch. I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has What about you? And how did he do that? Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life? Oh, I see. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who... He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald. That's a good... We should start on the Groundbreaker.
Ah, damn it.
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest to...
Should've checked that shit. Should've talked to you before I went to Groundbreaker. Just because you're being a bitch, you're gonna come with.
I'll lock up behind you.
Thanks, Data.
Don't they have anybody to greet arrivals? For paperwork or ticketing or whatever?
Hey, no. Papa, I want you on the ship. Fix the ship. Make the ship better. Ask Junlei about fixing the ship. Anything about fixing the ship. Find an acid steeper. It was like a save game moment.
A detour? Well, adventure does favor the bold.
It's not really a detour, it's exactly where I'm going. There's all kinds of organics that I don't necessarily know. Wainsworth High Society.
Huh?
In my sights!
Go!
Makes you wonder about their labs.
Ask me if I'm not around, take the front desk. That's where it says something about botanical labs.
Don't mess with us.
Halt. Sweet.
Make him.
That's the last.
This place is smaller than a prison cell. Makes me claustrophobic.
You know, I was gonna ask you if you've ever been in a prison cell, but you probably have, Vicar. Yeah, bad boy.
Thanks.
We're doing this.
Hit!
Down they go.
You stop suiciding yourself, bro. Oh yeah, forgot about this. Boom! Level 2. When you have no companions. But I have companions. Increase the duration of your dialogue combat effects. Alright, I guess we'll check out this distress signal. I guess. Probably should go to bed, actually.
The law, we are unstoppable.
Whoa!
Get up!
Shit, why did I last save it? Forgot. I just don't feel like I ever get hurt in those sense.
You look like the guy. Captain?
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Cool. Anyways.
Scanning for C25. Thank you, customer. Sam. We guarantee it's the only sanitation and maintenance unit you'll ever need. All SAM units travel fully assembled in a 12x12 corrugated. SAM units live to clean and...
Yeah, Sam. Thanks for being cool, Sam.
I don't know if you watched the big finale, but Halcyon Helen finally took down the chief of the Savages with a guest appearance from none other than the Masked Marketeer.
Do you think maybe I could borrow that sometime?
Good to see you, bud.
Hey, what about Sam? I can't upgrade Sam? Poor Sam. Brick leg.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
I will do that, but not quite yet. My own lockers are locked?